My name is Rall Elder. This is TripleOGMotivation. TripleOG Motivational Ministries. Today was a hard day for me. I struggled all day today. Today would have been my mother's 79th birthday in the physical, but instead it's her first birthday in heaven, and I miss her, and I struggle with that. I wanted to share with you the last conversation I had with my mother. It was probably the most enlightening conversation that I ever had with anyone. We were sitting in the family room, and my mother was in and out of awareness due to the brain cancer that was eating away at her mental capacity to comprehend and to talk intelligently. And she would fade away in and out of awareness. And in one of those moments, I looked and she was fading away, and she was looking at me like, who is this and why is he here? So I was taught by my mother, and I was taught by my aunts and my grandmothers to read scripture to people who are transitioning, to relax them, ease their mind. So I started repeating the 23rd Psalm to my mother, and she started saying it with me. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And I realized she started coming back to me. And she started relaxing. My mother was a big Aretha Franklin fan, and so I put on Aretha, and Bridge Over Troubled Water was playing, and she started singing. And I smiled and I cried, and I said to myself, she back, you know. And in my happiness and in my tears, I didn't realize that she was looking at me. And she said, what you crying for? And I was kind of startled. I didn't know what to say. So I just looked at her. I said, you back? She looked at me like, of course I'm back. Like, I never went nowhere, you know, like that. And she said, why are you crying? And before I could say anything, she said, I'm the one who should be crying. You crying like you leaving here, when I'm the one that's leaving here. Why are you crying? I didn't know what to say. I was shocked. And I was kind of happy that we was gonna have this conversation. I didn't know where it was going, but I was kind of happy. And I just looked at her, and she said, I know why you're crying. And I said, really? She said, yeah, I know exactly why you're crying. I said, so tell me. She said, you're crying because you're gonna miss the life that exists outside of who you are. You're gonna miss the life that I appear to be outside of who you are. But I need you to stop and think for a minute. Close your eyes. And I said, what? She said, close your eyes, son. So I closed my eyes. She said, now see me. See me with your mind's eye. She said, can you see me? And I said, yes. She said, now cover your ears. So I covered my ears. And she said, listen for my voice. And I did. She said, can you hear me? And I nodded my head. She said, that's where I'm going to be at from now on. The life that I was is not going to live outside of you much longer. The life that I am is going to have to live inside of you. And if you want to see me, and if you want to talk to me, and if you want to hear me, then you have to look inside of who you are to find me, because I'm not going to be outside of who you are any longer. or much longer. And then she said, since the day you came out of me, I've been putting who I am inside of you, so that when this moment came, there would be enough of me in you to give you the strength you need to go on. Don't look for me outside of yourself. I'll be inside of you if you're looking for me. I say this to say to the people who have loved ones who are transitioning, to the people who have lost loved ones already, they no longer exist outside of who you are. Look inside of yourself, they're in you. Close your eyes and open your mind's eye and see them. Close your ears and open your mind's ears and hear them. They're inside of you. They're no longer outside of you. Then my mother looked at me and she had this way of looking at you. And whenever she would say something that she thought should touch you, she would look at you and hit you with that finger. And she said, I need you to do 2 more things for me. And I said, what's that? She said, listen, man, I know you. I know you better than I know myself. Don't you start no shit at my funeral. I just laughed. I ain't start no shit. She said, promise me, don't you start no shit at my funeral, man. And if you start to preaching, if you gonna preach, don't be saying nothing crazy over my dead body, man. Say something that's gonna touch your heart. It's gonna make a difference in somebody's life. And I promised her that. And she said, 1 more thing. And I said, you said 2 things. She said, well, I got 1 more thing. I was like, oh, okay. She said, listen, man, your wife, your sisters, they love you. And they're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of you just like I took care of you. But you got to do me a favor. Even if you think they're wrong, you just let them be wrong. Even if you think you right, let it go. Ain't no time for disagreements now. Y'all got to come together. So I made her those promises, and then she looked at me. She hit me with that finger like that, how she do. She gave me the pinky. She said, pinky swear. So we did the pinky swear. And that was the last conversation that I had with my mother. She transitioned a few weeks later, but that was the last conversation that her and I had, that we both were there in the awareness of the moment. This is my mother. This is her. Louise Elder Kennedy. Happy birthday, Mommy. Love you. Miss you. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my sisters. I want to thank my children. I want to thank my nieces and nephews, my aunts and uncles, my cousins. Thank you. I want to thank my friends. Thank you. This is very difficult for me, but thank you. This is TripleOG Motivation. TripleOG Motivational Ministries. One yourself, bless up, teach your life, but most of all, read yourself smart. I'm Rall Elder, Triple